Hello everyone, this is Rodolfo Eric Angat, your teacher in Earth and Environmental Science. Today we'll be discovering about mining. What is mining? Mining is the extraction of valuable minerals or other geological materials from Earth, usually from an ore, body, lode, vein, seam, rip, or placer deposits. These deposits form a mineralized commodity that is of economic interest to the miner. Now, there are two types of mining. We have the underground mining methods, which makes use of which make use of shafts, and we have the surface mining methods, which removes all the underlying rocks in order to expose the minerals. So the examples of underground mining methods include the slope mine, the drip mine, and any other tunnel type of mining. Surface mining methods include mountaintop mining, which is very common in coal mining, especially in the Appalachian Mountains. So they actually remove the peak of the mountain in order to expose the coal that is inside the mountain. We also have the contour mine, highway or auger mine, area mine, and open pit mine. So those are all examples of surface mining methods. We'll be learning more about the different mining methods when we discuss further. Fossil fuels are from the remains of prehistoric living organisms, and oil, coal, and natural gas are all examples of fossil fuels. Among the fossil fuels, coal is the most polluting. However, here in North Carolina, we use a lot of coal in electricity production. That is why we are responsible also for global warming. However, the usage of coal is decreasing because of the shifting to natural gas, which is considered as the cleanest among the fossil fuel. As of now, we consider coal as the most polluting and natural gas is the cleanest. All fossil fuels are acquired through mining. For coal, the usual method is what we call surface mining method. And in this case, we call this specifically as an open pit mine. So this is how they acquire the coal. In the Appalachians, the most common way to acquire the coal is through mountaintop mining, just like what is shown here in the picture. By the way, these pictures are not mine. I only borrowed them. The other type of fossil fuel is oil, and usually oil is acquired through this process, while natural gas is acquired through fracking. This is what we call shale gas extraction, and natural gas is usually acquired through this process, which is called fracking. So these pictures here show you the different types of mining method, and the top pictures show you the different common types of fossil fuels, which are coal, oil, and natural gas. Take note that coal is considered as the most polluting, while natural gas is the cleanest. Oil or crude oil is where we get gasoline and diesel. Of course, nowadays have added a we have added an alternative fuel to the gasoline, which is the ethanol. Ethanol is from plants, and this is a renewable resource because ethanol is derived from plants. Now, What are the negative effects of mining? So we have the deforestation. Of course, they have to clear the land before they can get the minerals underneath the ground. We have the plus floods, landslides, and mud flows. When the soil is disturbed, it becomes loose. So once it rains, the loosened soil can easily get eroded. And this results to plus floods, landslides, and mud flows. Acid rain is also another effect of mining. The process of mining releases a lot of air pollutants that when these pollutants react with the water vapor in the air results to acid rain. Dumping of mine tailings. Silts, Dumping of mine tailings that includes silts and other toxic chemicals into the river ruins the river and kills the fish that live there. Mining can also displace communities. Like people have to move to other areas because the minerals might be where their community is located, or they need to move because of the pollution caused by the mining process. Of course, air pollution, which is related also to acid rain, and this air pollution can also cause a lot of respiratory diseases. So this is what mining is. Now, are there things being done in order to alleviate the negative impact of mining to the environment? Yes, there are. The things that they're doing includes the process of restoring the mined area so that it can become like as it was before, and that is called land rejuvenation. And of course, just like what I've said earlier, the addition of 10% ethanol to gasoline lessens our consumption of fossil fuel, which helps in the decrease in the production of pollution also. So we'll be learning more about ethanol when we discuss about alternative sources of energy. Now, again, just to specify or just to make this clearer, coal produces more pollution than any other energy source. While coal produces just 44% of US electricity, it accounts for 80% of power plant carbon emissions. This carbon emission is directly related to global warming because the most common greenhouse gas is carbon dioxide. Now, do we do mining in North Carolina? Yes, we do. And these are some of the areas in North Carolina that you can visit to learn more about mining in North Carolina. So what is commonly mined in North Carolina? Although no metallic minerals are mined presently in North Carolina, we have here a lot of feldspar, lithium minerals, mica, olivine, and pyrophyllite. Now let's go to this web page here and we'll be learning more about mining in North Carolina. So let's go to the fuel. So we have the gemstones, and those were the ones that I've identified earlier. So let's go to the mineral fuels. Do we have coal in North Carolina? In Virginia, they have a lot of coal. How about here in North Carolina? Only one area in North Carolina is known to contain coal beds of potential commercial importance. This area is the Deep River coal field, which lies along the Deep River, Chatham Moore, and Lee County. So this is where we have some coal. Do we have other sources of energy in North Carolina? We have peat. Fuel-grade peat deposits cover 677,000 acres of coastal North Carolina. So this is also another source of energy. Do we have petroleum and natural gas? Approximately 125 exploratory oil and gas wells have been drilled in North Carolina since the first one was drilled in 1925. Most of this petroleum and natural gas are found in the outer coastal plain. So we also have energy sources in North Carolina that we can mine. But a lot of people are against to mining in North Carolina because mining is said to be this is said to be one of the reasons for the destruction of the beauty of the environment. So, but one thing that we need to remember is that we need mining in order for us to have energy sources and materials for the things that we do, for the materials that we need in order to do our day-to-day activities. But remember, mining only becomes bad when people don't care about the environment. So how can you show that you care? Remember what I said about the 3 R's: reduce, reuse, recycle. And of course, we have the fourth one: refuse things that destroy our environment. Okay, see you again next time, guys, and take care always.